today I'm going to be doing a requested video, and I thought it was a pretty good request that lots of you guys would enjoy, especially if you're new to Lush and you really don't know how to save money, because really, let's be honest, it is super expensive at Lush, and it will not pull a hole in your pocket, it'll put a hole in your pocket if you go there all the time. So here are a few tips and tricks on how to save money at Lush, and a few like storing tips as well, and cutting tips and stuff like that. So I hope you all really enjoy this video and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for the requests, and if you have any requests, put them in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in 1 second. Okay, so the first simple thing I'm going to talk about is just getting Lush's shower gels. Now this is the smallest size, and I would suggest getting the smallest size if you're going to get a shower gel, which I would suggest, because they have expiration dates. And I can never finish one of these when the expiration date is due, when you're supposed to throw it out because it's supposed to be bad, even though I still use them after their expiration dates. But they all have the same expiration dates, even though, you know, they're bigger and smaller sizes. So I would suggest just getting the smaller bottles, which are $10, instead of getting the medium or the ginormo size, because it's so hard to use them. Unless you're using this for both bubble bath all the time and soap all the time, I suggest just getting the small bottles. Now, I would suggest getting these shower gels because you can use them for both bubble bath and soap. Obviously, shower gel is meant to be just for like soap, liquid soap for your body, but you can also use this as bubble bath. Now, it doesn't work as well as their bubble bars, but you can still get a lot of bubbles out of it. So many more uses out of the shower gels than you would get out of their soaps. Plus, their soaps are way more expensive. You can get $5 to $10 worth of soap, and that would be maybe that much worth of shower gel. By the way, it's foaming because I shook it for some reason. I shook it. And yeah, you just get so many more uses out of the shower gels, even if you use them as bubble bath and shower gels. So I love the Olive Branch one in particular. I love all their shower gels that I've tried. They're really great. They might not have as many scents as they do soaps or any other products that they have, but they're really good. They do have a lot of variety. And yeah, try out the shower gels if you're going to get something at Lush, because you get a lot more out of it than you would any other product. Okay, so the next little trick I have for you guys to save a little bit of money at Lush is cutting your bath bombs and just all your products in general. But I'm going to kind of show you how to cut it in a nice way that's even and stuff like that. This one is just a normally shaped bath bomb. I have a lot of Christmas products here that I'm showing because Christmas was just a couple months ago and I haven't used all my stuff yet. So anyway, this is a Christmas product, but it's just like a normal size bath bomb. Pretty big, but it's like $6 or $7 for this bath bomb, which is really expensive. And I don't know if you're like me, but you don't want to spend that much money on one bath. So I suggest cutting them in half, even though you want the full experience of the bath bomb. Which I do sometimes put a whole bath bomb with other products in there as well. But even if you do want the full experience of this beautiful bath bomb, sometimes you're going to have to cut them in half. So, how do you cut these bath bombs evenly in half? The best way, in my opinion. So what you're going to do is get a flathead screwdriver and a hammer. And what you're going to do, I'm going to kind of point to you with my knife instead of a flathead screwdriver, because I don't have one in the room with me, but you're going to put the flathead screwdriver somewhere on the seam of the bath bomb. And you're going to put it like this. You're going to put the bath bomb seam kind of up on its side. And you're going to put the flathead screwdriver on the bath bomb, get a hammer, and bang it like a few times until it splits in half. And there you go. You have a half of a bath bomb, and then you store it in this little plastic baggie with a rubber band on it until you want to use it, or you might use it right then. Also, they sell these $4 to $5 bath bombs like this. This one is called a Butterball, and it has a bath melt and a bath bomb. It's called a bath bomb, but there's little bits of cocoa butter or shea butter or something in there that's moisturizing. So instead of getting a bath melt and a bath bomb, this is 2-in-1, and it's one of their cheaper ones. I wouldn't suggest cutting this one up since it is a little bit smaller, and it has 2 things in it. It's just awesome. It's a really great deal for Lush. I really love this one. It smells amazing, like vanilla and butters, and it's really good. So I just leave the smaller ones as is, especially if they have bath melt in them as well. I would suggest getting the products that kind of have 2-in-1 a lot, and if they're bigger, maybe cutting them in half. Now, sometimes you have oddly shaped bath bombs like this that have something maybe inside, as this one does. I would cut it just the way it is, like this bath bomb. Just cut it like I showed you there. But it's really hard to cut it open, I'm going to be honest. So some pieces might fall off and break off. But that's just how it goes. Sometimes it's going to have to break. And it's sad, but that's just how it goes. So, if you can find stuff at Lush that has like 2-in-1 and that isn't too expensive, like Butterball, hi Anna, I think that'd be a really good idea. And you can look up videos for these two to see more in detail of how to cut them. Like this one, it's really hard, and they have lots of hard bath bombs to cut. So, just be aware that you're going to have to, you know, maybe have some bath bomb break on you. Anyway, couldn't think of what to say there. One thing you can do that saves a lot of money as well is asking for samples. Always ask for samples, even if the people there, the ladies, the people, anyway, even if the people there are not being nice, if they're rude or weird or something like that, always ask for samples if you're not sure on buying something instead of buying the whole thing, because it's really not fun to buy the whole thing of something if it's like 20 bucks. So you can ask for shampoo, like I asked for a sample of this shampoo. You can ask for soap. You can't ask for samples of a couple things, but they can do demos on them for you. You can ask. Like, you cannot ask for samples of bath bombs or bubble bars, but you can ask them to give you a couple samples that maybe you just don't know if you want to try out or something like that. But anyway, always ask for samples. Always, always, always. So if you do end up buying soap, if you don't get a sample of it or something, you just buy a little bit of soap, I would suggest, first of all, just getting a little bit of it. This is $8.24 and this was $6.80. Make sure not to get like $20 worth of soap, because if you do not store it correctly, it gets weird and goopy. And second, it's better to get smaller pieces. And you could just get samples of it and use it as hand soap or something. But I suggest getting smaller pieces, and then you can use it as one big chunk and then just go back again, because the soap does go bad. It gets weird. So first of all, you're going to want to cut it in sizes you like. Some people like really tiny itty bitty slices, and some people like double this much. So if you like using a big block of soap at one time, don't cut them so small, because that will just annoy you. I did that once and it was really annoying. So I might cut this piece like in half, and that'd be a good piece for me. But I didn't cut them separately yet. But one way I like to store it is this way. It's my favorite way. Just get plastic wrap, and one thing I would make sure not to do is store your soap in what they came in. They store it in paper and with this little sticker on it. But plastic wrap is a lot better. It keeps fresher longer. It's just a lot better than the paper. You could also keep it in plastic baggies or something. But to remember the name of the soap, which I don't usually forget, I put it like this, and it just seals the plastic in, and it's really good. And I can make sure in videos like this, I know how much the soap was and stuff like that. So make sure to store it really nicely, and yeah. Also, be aware of soaps like this, the Angel's Delight soap and the Snow Globe. The less creamy ones go bad faster. They smell weird, especially this one ends up smelling like plastic after a while. So I would suggest using your soaps quicker than anything else because they end up going bad. That's why I really do like the shower gels, and I'd recommend them more than the soaps because they last a lot longer. But I love Lush's soaps. They're amazing. They smell great. And I would definitely suggest getting samples of these before you buy them. But yeah, those are some soap little things, especially with the storage. You want to make sure they're nice and sealed and not in a moist place ever. Just put them in a dry place, and maybe even before packaging them, let it air out by a window or something to make sure their oils don't release and they just become goopy and nasty. So yeah. Little thing is making sure to keep your pots. Now, they have clear pots now that they keep their shower jellies in, and they also have these black pots. Now, on all of the containers like this, they'll have little stickers on the top that says, bring back 5 clean Lush pots with this logo and get a fresh face mask free. So, do that and you'll get a fresh face mask for free, and it's awesome. So just make sure to save them, and in the meantime you can use them for different storage things. If you only have one and you know you haven't gotten any more, just save them until you have 5, because you will. I didn't think I would, but then I did, and I've done that many times before. So save these and you'll get free face masks. These are usually more the expensive pots, but if you do end up getting them, even if you only have one and you only have one for a while, just keep it. It's a good idea. Another really good thing that you can save a lot of money with is Lush's shower jellies. Now, this is a jello type consistency, and it's actually soap. This one is the Sweetie Pie, and this is one of my favorites that they have all year round. It's a really good shower jelly, and I will show you how to briefly use it in one moment. I have a demo on it that I did a while back, but I'll just show you in a minute. You cut them into tiny itty bitty pieces. I've had this forever, and I have 2 other ones that I've had forever, and they last so much. You just cut them with a knife. It's a little challenging to cut, but it's easy, kind of. And you just have this little bit and squish it into a wet loofah and put it all over your body and use it like soap. Do not use a whole chunk of it that it comes in. It doesn't come in little chunks like this. It comes a little big block. Do not use that. It gets weird and has weird bubbles in it, and it's just weird, and it doesn't last as long. So just cut it in little pieces like this, and it'll last ages and ages, and you will not be disappointed because this stuff lasts forever and works really nicely as a delicious soap and is amazing, and I love them so much. So you get a loofah or a shower poof, whatever you call it. Get it wet. Get this little bit and smush it into the loofah. And put it all around and get it all around there. You can already see it's making some bubbles. Hopefully you can already see that. You barely need any at all. And you can use the shower jellies for ages. It just makes tons and tons of bubbles. Like, you just keep going like this and it will keep making bubbles. And it's hard to get all the bubbles out. That's the hardest part about this. You can see all the bubbles. And that's about it. It's as easy as that. Woo! Another thing that's really simple is literally just waiting for their sales. Whenever they have sales, their biggest one is the day after Christmas Day, and they have their Boxing Day sale. They, for the past couple years, have had buy one get one. A long time ago now, they had a buy one get 2 free. They have a really good deal at after Christmas on Boxing Day. But also, if you go into your Lush, you can sign up to get emails from your particular Lush, and they send you emails when stuff is going on at Lush, and also when parties are happening at your Lush. They could have Easter parties, Valentine's Day parties, stuff like that, and you get like free goodie bags and stuff like that. And it's really fun, and there's limited edition stuff, so make sure to ask a Lush lady or something if you can get emails from them for Lush parties and stuff. So remember, just wait for sales if you have a tight budget. Basically, to sum it all up, shower gels are awesome. Make sure to cut your bath bombs, especially if they're expensive. Try to get products with 2-in-1 in them, especially if they're cheaper. Ask for samples. Always ask for samples, because free stuff is always awesome. Wrap your soaps properly and make sure to cut them up so they don't get nasty. And to get the right ones that you know won't get nasty, and to use them up when they're good. Shower jellies are always awesome, so get shower jellies. Go to sales and collect your black pots and your clear pots that are kind of clearish, kind of milky-ish looking. And yeah, then you'll be good. Then you have a couple bucks extra in your wallet that you can get an ice cream cone with or something, you know. Okay, so I do know I didn't cover absolutely everything, and other people's videos of saving money at Lush have probably been better than mine, but these are just a couple things that I do personally that help me save money at Lush. I love going to Lush, and I go there way more often than I should. So these things do help me out a lot. And let me know if you do these things, or if you have any more ideas of saving money at Lush, because I'd like to know, and some of you who are watching might want to know as well. So make sure to leave comments about that. Yeah, so I hope these tips really help. They help me, and yeah, they're really good, and I know they aren't the best tips, and you've probably heard some of them before, but it was requested, and I thought you guys might like it, and I might have a couple of ideas that, or little tips that you might not have heard before, so bye! Lush, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is not focusing. Hope you don't mind, but I'm having a pizza break. Mmm, so good. Mmm. Oh, Mina. Oh, Mina. Want to take a bath now. Thanks. Samples. Oh, don't fall, please. Anyway, always ask for samples, even if, and it's actually soap. What is that orange stuff? Probably more soap. Anyway, this one is the Sweetie Pie, and this is one of my favorites.